Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I just need to make sure that everything is in order in terms of the game audio and my commentary, of course. I can hear myself, everything sounds good, and so welcome to the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We may be on our fourth night, but suffice it to say, as the weekend begins, things are definitely going to pick up, so we definitely encourage you to come and join us and see what else is going to be happening, because it's not going to be limited to the nights for the next two, because we're going to try and see how many things we can do over the course of Saturday and Sunday, and of course I hope that you'll be along for the ride with us. But tonight, after leaving the area in Labyrinthos with our blood on our hands, so to speak, we're gonna head off now to take a ride with the boys to another new location, and this one's pretty far away. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. So we're gonna go ahead and prepare for our departure. I do need to do one last thing though, for my thing here. I need to make the item level impossible for anyone to join me in a party. But it lets people know that I'm doing streaming, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we might get some people into the groups. So we'll see how that all unfolds. So let's get our second journey underway, as it were. And we'll go ahead and speak with Thancred to take on our next main story quest at level 80, entitled For Thavnir Bound. Thancred is eager to set forth for Thavnir. Try saying that 3 times fast. I have Carl's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnir before, I can travel by Aetheryte, but what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. No, I wouldn't. Carl was of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. Why does this shark Oriange? The Confluence, thou sayest? Why, did you piss someone off there and you don't want to go back? I'm afraid so, my friend. Yeah, why are you so bothered? Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbreeder. Ah. Moonbreeder was an authority on aetherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. So in other words, they probably don't even know that she's dead, and we gotta break the bad news to them. Haven't you gone to see them yet? No, he's been in Eorzea the whole time. Yeah, plus going to the first as well. I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. But we need a healer, though. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite. Okay. And so away we go. So off to the confluence. Yeah, good to know that my FC are enjoying themselves tonight. I mean, it's the weekend, we should be enjoying ourselves. And to no real surprise, it is a long load in this evening. Holy cow. I was about to say the frame rate has gone all to hell, but I realized I had to take care of something real quick. And here's something I never thought I would expect to see in Charlotte. I don't know if this popped up before, but it can snow here. So, yeah, that's a thing that can happen. So, we don't actually have to go that far for the confluence. So, let's be on our way to this. And it's a pretty short run. Hey Tharia, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us tonight. So let's speak with Miss Kites. So all of our crew is here. Well now, this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books too overdue again? No, not at all. Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Skrull of the Students of Waldessin. We seek passage to Thavnir and understand that you can assist us. I thought our cover's already been blown. Ah, the test subjects! Welcome, welcome! Test subjects? Yeah, we're all looking at each other like, what? Yeah, Thanka's like, what? Oh, hadn't you heard? Well, then allow me to explain. Yeah, please. So in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurling along the live stream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? Well, I mean, we kind of have done that back in the realm Reborn by going to the various aetherytes that belong to the various primals. A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been? For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it! We've created a new aetheryte that doesn't require attunement! Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherytes, but the aetherytes themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first pair of aetherytes, one has been installed here in Sharlayan, and the other in Yedlamard, a pole town in Thavnir. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radzard Han, and indeed, we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of the alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aetherytes. How fortuitous. For you. I suppose. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you may say these aetherytes were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it for me to worry about such things. But do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours. So, assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the livestream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. So in other words, you associate yourself with a lot of Regs from Star Trek. Like Reg Barkley was the guy who was scared of using the teleporters. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mr. Skrull truly knows how to pick 'em. Apparently so. Hey Elizabeth, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. If I might change the subject, Are Master Wilson and Mistress Blueda not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project held by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. More stuff associated with Gleaners? I see. Yeah, sad for you there, Oriange. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Ether Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Alright then. Ether Plaza it is. Let's head on out there. Which Tales of does she feature in? If you don't mind me asking. Anyways, we chill out here at the Aetherite with the boys. Yeah, we're getting out of the snow for a while. And for most of us, where I live, we're gonna be out of the snow in less than 12 hours because we got a massive rainstorm coming.
Right, we're all set.
And on top of that, it's supposed to be 60 degrees tomorrow.
Just the 4 of you, was it?
Yeah, just the 4 of us.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
Oh, right.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects.
Be satisfied with what you've got, Kite.
Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
Very well. Yeah, let's do this. Come forward. And just chill out underneath the thing right here. Just chill out underneath the crystal. Yeah, why do I have such a shocked look on my face?
There is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Yeah, press the little button and away we go. Yeah, how sparkly.
Oh, and one last thing.
As we're warping away, really?
You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Really?
What?
Yeah, Thancred has reason to be surprised. Like, you're gonna drop that little tidbit of information right as we're about to be on our way? Jeez, Kite, you are cruel. Yeah, you were a cruel young lady. I get the feeling you are not trusted very easily. But away we go. So let's reveal the fancy map again. So there we are in the northwest corner of the world in Old Charlian. And we're getting warped all the way down there to Raz-at-Han and Thavnair.
Thavnair, home to city-state Raz-at-Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
Yeah, sadly we see that. As we arrive on the scene.
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Well, how about suffering? Yeah, because we're all gonna be like that for a while. Except for you, mon frère.
What chance?
I was about to say, how did you hold out, Oriange? It's not our fault, mon frère. We were warned about this last second. We were warned about this at the last second. Yeah, maybe you can help us up. As we have officially arrived in Thavnair. After a very, very long time. We passed by it, of course, in Stormblood to get to the Far East, to Othard. Yeah. How long will this aether sickness be afflicting us? Yes, Estenia just stares at us.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish.
So what to do? Please tell me the alchemists have medicine.
Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Ah, thank you. And away he goes. Meanwhile, for the three of us, we're stuck on the bench.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
A note? What does it say?
Don't let Estinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh, what? Yeah, too bad none of us are in any condition to do anything about it. Yeah, but Rika's like, I can't let my brother get himself screwed over. You will manage to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you reach Estinian in time? Yeah, we gotta find the man. Where did he go? We gotta try and get to where he is, but then... Oh no! The ether sickness is still afflicting us. So much so that we have run out of the ability to run and we can just only walk. Yeah, it hurts us again. Mon frère! You there, I need 3 drinks. Something that helps with ether sickness. But by the monster, a traveler, I mean, greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special armor lassi made with only the finest and freshest ingredients is made famous for calming unruly bellies. By the way of a welcome to Thavnir, I'm pleased to offer to you for the low, low price of 19,800 gil. For not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. Yeah, the price is high road robbery and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize any words of warning you cry out will be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Estinian and, using gestures, deny that the deal is fair. I believe we can do that. Hey there, mon frère. I have something very important to you. I have something important to tell you. Hit that red light. I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Yeah, I need to tell you something that was relayed to me by Thancred. Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie. The merchant is swindling me. Ah! Sincerest apologies, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for 3 bottles of lassi. Yeah. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Yeah, and don't you screw us over ever again. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. Yeah, thank you. I'll be back up after I've explored the town. Alright. Meanwhile, for simply getting to this point, we're already just fine now. We've already overcome our sickness. But we still gotta give some to Orianger and Thancred. Yeah. Take this. Hey Bubba, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee and Estinian and to the fine fruits of these lands. And Thancred, over to you. You were in time. Excellent. You spared us Tataru's wrath. I don't know why it's Tataru's wrath. It was Kryle who forwarded us the information. Sweet. Sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. Yeah, I already did. so after we've healed. Right, I'm ready to get home with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. I'm glad it did. Back on your feet, I see. Hello again there, mon frere. Thy hair? What about it? I guess he decided to give himself a little makeover. Aye, I found it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat short of shedding my armor. Yeah, so he's giving himself a bit of a ponytail now. I'm guessing that Jean de Lan is the reason for this? May I ask where you got the coal for it? A local vendor. The man said it's a Thavnarian weave, tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? Yeah, let's find out. 9,400 gil, a steal I was told. Tis nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. Yeah, and apparently, that little thing for 9,400 gil? Damn, you're still getting robbed. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. Begrudgingly. Yeah, it's not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? Are all the merchants so unscrupulous, or I expected the Azure Dragoon to put up more of a fight? No, doesn't it seem excessive here? I'm inclined to agree with thine assessment. It does seem excessive. Unusually so. Claiming Thavner as its dominion, the nation of Razat Han hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there was the Arca Sodara, a Matanga tribe indigenous to the island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hanish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over, a development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Razat Han, yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants are a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, 'twill be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical eye, we've naught to lose by learning more. So ere we seek out Kral's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedlamad? Alright then, we can do that. Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. You got it. So, we'll take our 448,800 experience points, 1,375 gil, plus, I guess, as a steal, we were given 2 more portions of the Amra Lassie. Alright. So, let's continue on and speak with Thancred to take on our next level lady main story quest entitled On Low Tide. His stomach behaving once more, Thancred is ready to get to work. Right, let's split up and make inquiries in town. Rika, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can regroup by the Aetherite, off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Why is that? Still worried that the Aether sickness is going to give you a hard time? Anyway, let's make our way through the town. We'll go ahead and make our intentions known to the gemstone trader. And then we'll head down to the docks. So we see a crate of fruit right away. As we stand on some sacks. The crate is laden with fruit, but they are on the verge of spoiling, as if they've been left too long. Meanwhile, further down, Yeah, nothing in particular. We could just stare out of the pier. And give ourselves a good vantage point of what this place looks like. Gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you've visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. I wonder why that is. Then we have Gina Leal over here we can speak to. Hello there. Can I help? Can you help me?
What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have us a consortium to keep afloat, like Colzol. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Colzol a visit. He'll be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at the Saltwind Salts, the Harbour Guild building across from the water there.
Alright, let's go. Let's see if we can find anyone else. We can find Kefaraz over here, hanging out on one of the boats. Hello there, sir. Or madam, or wherever you are. Yeah, you're a guy. Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Nuraner. Oh, if it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us only the gods know. And that's not good. So let's go and speak with this Colzol. Man with a rhyming name. Not quite unlike the Lalafels, but he's no Lalafel as you can see. Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Can I speak with you? Yeah, talking to one of his merchants, I guess. The Damascans aren't coming! But we already have everything they ordered! What are we supposed to do with it?
I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that the plans have changed and that's that. Look, you might have known this might happen. The Empire's at war with itself and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Oh, but this will be an enormous loss! Alright. Forget about the Damascans. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favorites. Oh, thanks, Bubba. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed! I know all of these things, Colzol, I do! Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. Yeah, what are you possibly gonna do? And you are? Yeah, sorry I'm butting in on your conversation. Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant! I'm afraid I'm not that kind of person, sorry. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Yeah, and back to business. Excuse me? Who goes there? My name is Matsya, and I'm here to see Colzol. Yeah, we got an elephant Matanga joining us, but as you can see, he's very preoccupied. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Yeah, the way he trudges off. Yeah, that could have been the big break he was looking for. And Colzol is completely oblivious if that's the case. So yeah, let's go ahead and speak with this Matsya here. Hello there, big guy.
Yeah, don't step on me. Yes, can I help you? Well, actually, I want to help you. Oh, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kozol too, did you? I'm Mattia, a fisherman of Akioli, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kozol, who's officer to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free, anyway. He's a hard-working man and I dared not disturb him. Well, in the meantime, we'll take our 448,800 experience points, 775 gil, plus a level 80 hand chest coffer thing. Yeah, we're really trying to sell it as much as we can, which is more than we can say for what's going on here. So let's go ahead and speak with Matsuya again to take on our next level 80 main story quest entitled A Fisherman's Friend. Matsuya regards you nervously. If I may ask, what is it that you do? Well, this is what I do, actually. An adventurer, you say? And you travel the world helping people? Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is, I'm terrible with people. I've only ever dealt with Kozol, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? This is kind of out of my comfort zone, but I guess I can. If you're willing, please let me know and we can begin at once. Alright then. This events to follow cannot be skipped. But let's have Matsuya join us. You'll do it then? Show me how to deal with customers? I'm in your debt. Right, please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedlamad. I will observe you and learn. So now Matsuya is now accompanying you. So, let's be on our way. Let's head to our first person of interest, who's out at the end of the dock. And let's take the big lugging Matanga on over here. Hopefully he's not scared by mice. So, Mr. Maruna. Yes? Yeah. So, we got options to make this happen, but if you pick the wrong one, you automatically lose the opportunity to make a sale. So, I have not done all of these successfully yet, but I have done one of them correctly. So, the other 2 I'm pretty much winging it. So, I know that the first option is not correct. So, I'm going to go with option number 2, which is, greetings, friend. How fare you of late? Greetings to you too. I suppose I'm well enough given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when that tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing what they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. May remain there for now, but I could not stay away. Had to come back, continue with my life such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. Yeah, too risky out there. Maybe you ought to move to the city too, but there's no place like home. Don't do anything dangerous, eh? Yeah, let's go with this option. Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant Host's instructions. I hope they don't deal with it soon so we can get back to our normal lives. To the days that way you could earn as much as you gave, and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Yeah, speaking of meals, why not have some fresh fish today? Or, yeah, we don't want to discourage this. We want to encourage the fresh fish sale. Fresh fish, you say? Yes, indeed, sir. Oh, you're a fishmonger. Well, not quite. Well, when you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. And for that, I'll pass the honor over to Mr. Matsuya here. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is Shallow's cod, delectable stewed in coconut milk, or baked with a sprinkle of salt. And here you go. You succeeded in making a sale. 1 down, 2 to go. Next. Yeah, next we'll head on over to our second person who we're going to try and make a deal with. Now, this was the only person beforehand that I actually succeeded with. I just hope I can remember the sequence needed. Where are you? Over to Nashreen. Hello there. So we have another Aura to talk to. Yeah, hello there.
A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some Amra. Let's say it doesn't. They don't need to be export quality.
Yeah. Why do you need so many Amra for?
Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I am a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas, but not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry.
Yeah. Are you sure you're actually hungry? Yeah, I think this was the choice I had.
You know, when I think on it, I'm not so sure. Rather than hungry, perhaps I've been feeling unfulfilled, and I tried to fill the void by gorging on food I like.
Yeah. Do you like fish?
Fish? I do like fish, as a matter of fact. Why do you ask?
Well, actually.
Oh, so you're a fishmonger. Apologies for the misunderstanding.
Yeah, you thought I was a fruit vendor.
Seeing as you're here, do you happen to have Achiali sardine? They're perfect in a spicy soup.
Well, let's turn over to this guy for the answer.
We certainly do, madam, and if you like it spicy, I also recommend them pickled in oil with a generous amount of chilies. Oh, that does sound like a wonderful challenge. I didn't have fish in mind at first, but I dare say I'll enjoy these. Thank you.
And so there we go. Sale number 2. And now for the third one. Let's head on over north of the Aetherites to get to where we need to go next. Yeah, it's quite a bit of distance out, but we'll get to where we need to be. It's going to be right over here in this particular estate. So, around the corner. And find Bazama. Yeah, these Aura are everywhere. Hello there. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh, God, my stomach! Ugh! Aethel sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. Yeah, you should take it easier, eat more slowly, and savor your food. Would that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. And so I'm working as hard as I can while I still can, the better to be prepared. Yeah, what an industrious man you are. How do you intend to prepare? Yeah, I think I went with the second choice before. By stockpiling supplies. By stockpiling supplies. For that I need to earn coins so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. Yeah, how about some fresh fishery supplies? If they're fresh cut. Well, fish wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. I'd rather buy stuff that's ready to store. So I'm afraid I'll have to pass on your fish. Now if you excuse me, I must be getting back to work. Yeah, I still haven't beat this one yet. And we were so close!
Too bad we couldn't make a sale, but we did manage to build something of a relationship. Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was a truly eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier.
Yeah, at least you know the correct answer, what that'll be if you ever do this yourself. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I can't drive or else I'll leave him behind. What am I doing? Yeah, that's something we don't want to have happen. Yeah, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. Yeah, man, we were so close. Yeah, I stepped on the gas a little too early. Alright, Matsuya. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You did manage to sell two of the three people you approached. Adventurers do indeed have great conversational skills. Watching you at work was very enlightening. By applying the lessons I've learned, I hope to one day peddle as well to you. Or as well as you, rather. Yeah. Glad we can help you out. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that these things will return to normal for Kozol soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should be but Matsuya? Oh, we actually got you to come out there, Kozol? Yeah, hi there. Kozol, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me. Try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options. At this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore? Yeah, sad face. I'm sorry, Matsuya. I truly am. But for now, you must peddle your own goods. But by myself I can't. Didn't my help give you what you needed? I want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I can barely help myself. I poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I can't. I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Kozol. Yeah, how do we help? Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I'd best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. And so away he goes. Yeah. He's basically the summary of what's going on around here in this place. And someone is popping a wheelie in their regalia. Yeah, you show off those wheelie skills. Meanwhile, let's get over to Thancred. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust? Yeah, we have, actually. Quite a bit. I see. We've also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thoughts to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Tlufroi. So we'll take our experience and our 1,135 gil. Now we'll turn stuff over to Estinian here, and take on our next level 80 main story quest entitled House of Divinities. Judging by his furrowed brow, something important has occurred to Estinian. That Matsuya fellow you were helping, he's Arca Sodara, is he not? Apparently it is almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? Yeah, it seems like a dangerous thing. If summoning is this perpetrator's aim, it does stand to reason that Arca Sodara would be their primary targets. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. Well, we better go after him. Archeali lies to the west, as I recall. The same direction as Car's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Meanwhile, I believe this is a fellow dragoon standing behind me with quite a fancy trident. Yeah, what is this thing you have glamored? You have... Oh, it's one of the relic weapons from Heavensward, if I remember correctly. Alright, let's go. And of course, we'll take on the various side quests after we've taken on the main ones. But for now, let's go and see if we can catch up to Matsuya. You do not see Matsuya nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. So yeah, since we're kind of getting into the field here, probably best that we dress for battle just in case. And so off we go. And yeah, while there are Arcasodara, there are also wild elephants here that we have the opportunity to fight if need be. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. So let's make our way over to the destination and chill out for a while. You do not see Matsuya from here either.
No! Leave me alone! Help! Somebody help!
Matsuya's voice came from the north. So that's where we shall go. Get a move on. Yeah, get a move on before it's too late. Around the corner and find him under attack. That's some of my chocobo. For a little extra help. Alright, let's get in there. Yeah, break it up, break it up. Take this. Yeah, what are you doing? I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna steer you in the gut. And a little speed boost ain't gonna help you, cause that's death for you, sir. Yeah, hey Matsuya, we got you. We got your back. Yeah, you're just fine now.
Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here?
You were in danger. We came to save you, man. I see you found him in time. Yeah, indeed we did. Yeah, we heard your cries for help.
You and your friends came to look for me. I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest. Think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We heard that the Akasodara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know. The ocean is all we have.
I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. Yeah, you need a guard. A question, if I may. Yeah, tell it. Ask it. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these things?
Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities.
Yeah, we've heard about that before. As we look off at the tower, doing its thing.
For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. House of Divinities in the old tongue, it means.
But that is not divine by any means.
But they're not true divinities. They're monstrous imitations that bring only death.
To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we will learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature?
You've come all this way to save us? Really? To think I had you peddling fish!
Oh, think nothing of it.
But to answer your question, yes, of course, we will gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So, please come to our village. We're good, gods-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge. And fish.
What sayest thou? Shall we pay visit to Akyali? I agree with that assessment.
Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it.
And so away he goes. Yeah, let's have a look at the Big Ugly. So the simulacra of the Thavnarian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. As well as anyone else, for that matter. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods like as not. Like you said, we do well to study their religious traditions. To Akyali! Sounds like a plan. Let's go. And we're off as the sun begins to set here in Thavnair. Yeah, first impressions on what everyone thinks of this place. I mean, the thing that stands out in the wild like a sore thumb here are the purple rocks. They kind of made me think of the purple trees from over in Lakeland and Shadowbringers. Yeah, is it possible that these things are solid amethyst or something? So let's head on down to this little fishing village. There's Oriange speaking with a local, and I'll be doing the same with Matzia.
Welcome to Akyali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that. But please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start off with Kanga and all Hasveda. They're free at the moment as it happens.
Alright, and they should probably, since combat is not required currently, dress down a little. Yeah, we have Kanga here over at the fish drying nets.
You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know where it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manusya, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Mirga, beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Together, they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives.
Well, that's quite a lot of information right out of the gate. And it's the Stenian stairs at the beach. Let's go around this boat and find Heavensward.
Interested in learning about our gods, you say? That's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Manusya and the Mirga, deities who look like men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusya, the Mirga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Yeah, you heard that right. Likewise, the Manusya coveted the might of the Mirga, and so they too resolved to trade heads.
Yeah, can you imagine that happening in real life?
Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusya have worn animal faces, and the Mirga the limbs of men.
Yeah, not creepy at all. Yeah, let's head on back over to Matzia. There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust? Indeed we have. While you were off talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Alright. And so, later that afternoon, as we're talking to the boys... Here he comes. Apologies for the wait. I wished to show you this hanging scroll, which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Alright then. Let's have a look. And here they are. They are Manusia. You heard of them already, yes? 3 sisters. The center one is the eldest, Sindaruva, a goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sandaruva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Minduruva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts and so is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. Yeah, if the names sound familiar, there is a clue to them if you play previous Final Fantasies. In like fashion to the Manusia, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Mirga, if I may ask? The Mirga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gaia's head, and he is venerated by the as the progenitor of the Akasodara. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. Is that so? Yeah, look who immediately perks up. You worship dragons too? It is said that an ancestor of the satrap, thus the ruler of Razat Han, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if the satrap is ever in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally? Yeah, I mean, you've kind of picked up one of your own in Tiamat. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I'm confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right. I believe it's time we start our Kraz's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nidhana. According to Kral's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. And so we'll go there after taking our experience and 1,095 gil. And away they go. But before we reunite with them, let's go ahead and speak with Matsuya to take on our next level 80 main story quest entitled The Great Work. Matsuya has a shine in his eyes that wasn't there before. Did you say you're going to see Nidhana? Oh, how I envy you! She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? Yeah, you did. I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes! When you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. I don't swing that way there, Mr. Matsuya, but I'll take your word for it. Let's go. Also, we can, if I make a quick left turn once I have the first opportunity to, we'll try and reveal more of the map. So let's go and at least open this up. There we go. And now we'll just ride the coast and head off to this great work location. And while we're going by, we'll pass by some crabs. Oh, hold on. I don't think I can go any further down the coast. If I remember correctly, I have to go back inland. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think I have to go back inland in order to access the Great Work. We'll pass by some birds known as hamsas. But they want to play, but I don't have time for them. So yeah, kind of a giveaway where the area is, because we have these banners hanging from the entrance to this tunnel. And yes, it is a tunnel, not a cave. Yeah, there are the boys. And there's an aetheryte over here, and oh my. Probably not the best time to attune. We need to help people, because a lot of them are flat on their backs. Yeah, is this as a result of the tower? Yeah, as we just look on at all these, hopefully not corpses. Well, at least this alchemist is stirring.
What happened here?
What did happen here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
Let's hope it's just that.
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, who goes there?
Oh, we have guests.
Can I help you?
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
And who might you be there, little old raw? Oh, you notice mon frère.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Oh, if you have that ability, please do. Yeah, if you have something that can get these people to come
People
around.
of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales?
Scales? We have new scales?
Yeah, you're gonna get your life in balance. Yeah, look at them all go. Yeah, suddenly it's a frenzy. Or are these scales bad?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
That is a lot of scales. Yeah, don't hog them all to yourself, sir.
Happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
Yeah, gather around, gather around. Yeah, what's on your
Those
mind?
are dragon scales.
Oh, they are.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit.
What kind of experiments are we talking about?
Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
Oh, is that so?
Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
We just showed up. Yeah, let me explain to you who you are.
Of course. You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Fifth in the line.
Ah, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova.
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Well, at least we got them motivated.
How did you acquire those scales?
Yeah, do tell.
Curious that it concerns you so.
Why is that?
But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
Well, at least we know they came from a good place. As we
That
just,
as well.
yeah, as we just stare at each other.
You must be quite familiar with Dragon King, yes?
Wow, you came out of nowhere.
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Well, Stenian has certainly gotten the attention of everyone. So much so that everyone's moving at him so fast it's almost like we're meeting with Godbird again.
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Yeah, this isn't creepy at all.
Now, see here.
Yeah, Estenian, use your elusive jump!
Come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Use your elusive jump and get out of there, man!
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Yeah, and Oriange's like, rip.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
It seems that way.
No harm will come to him, I promise.
I hope you're right.
Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Yeah, of course.
As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results.
Nice to meet you.
Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Yes, please. Can we at least get a Stenian back first? Alright, before we go any further. Alright. Now let's go attune. Now the Satherite, that's not your typical blue, this one's glowing white. And perched on a dock over the little area of this bay here. Oh, there's also a chocobo keep we can talk to. Oops. I haven't done that yet. Yeah, let's at least dress more casually. And go. So yeah, here is where Miss Nidhana is chilling out. Oops, no. Farshawn, how'd you get there? And Nidhana, we want to speak with you.
Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours.
Though Carl herself is tied up with another investigation, Rika is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions.
Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection.
Could such a thing be possible? Let's hope it is.
Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through alchemy. Thanks to the skills provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. That's good to know. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your Blessing of Lights come in. Alright. Whatever it is, leave it to me. What is it that you need to do? Or better than having my blood drawn, I suppose. Yeah, I hope that Stenny has enough blood left in him to still walk. Yeah, leave it to me. Thank you. Lest you wonder, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so for your own safety, I will first test how well your blessing shields you, with your permission of course. Okay then. In that case, Soyonge and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. And so away they go. And as for me, if you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. And away she goes. Yeah, that is how it typically works, doesn't it? Alright, combat required. More than likely, because we're going to need to protect ourselves out in the field. I just need to find my way out. I know there is a way around. There we go. Oh, wait a minute, that's not it. That's not it at all. Yeah, I gotta get my bearings around here again. Yeah, it's this way that we want to go. Most of it is inspired from Final Fantasy IV. There, Bubba. Alright, here's where Nidhara is. And she has what's known as a Drunken Deepa. We don't want to interact with it yet. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night. The Drunken Deepa. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. Yeah, we've been there. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. So we gotta take the Deepa with us. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat, commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subjects. So follow the Drunken Deepa's lead and try not to fall behind. Away it goes. Show me where you want to be standing. Yeah, look at this lantern go. Yeah, look how it bounces along. So, he's giving us our first cue to stand back. And unless you do, this does not light up. So then you step back in. And there it goes. You are struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Alright. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty the stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Time to go to round 2. Yeah, go you silly little bouncing lantern. And we add you to the list of inanimate objects that suddenly can move in this game. Remember the brooms from back over in Matoya's cave? Yeah,
And this lantern now gets added to the list. You're struck by another powerful blast of ether, but still for no ill effects. Alright, round 3. Subject stomach and bowel integrity holding confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Alright, now it's changing trajectory. Now it looks like we're going to follow it to the top of the hill. And then right back down it. I think he's lost. Or maybe he just needed to gain enough ground and walk enough ground that he accumulated enough ether to do this. You are struck by yet another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. The blessing of light appears to be keeping you safe from harm. Subject fortitude rated. Impressive. No irregularities confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for final discharge. And away it goes. So where will we head off to for the final test? Right over here. It wasn't that long of a walk in comparison, but I almost fell off. And so, you're struck by the strongest blast of ether yet, but you survive completely unscathed. Etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemists. Alright. Congratulations on retaining your composure and your humors. And so let's pick it up and take it right back to Nidhana. Who's conveniently right over here.
Ah, you returned, and not on your knees. A promising sign, but come, let me take the Deeper off your hands.
There you go.
Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine?
Indeed we are.
Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts.
And with it, we'll take our experience in 1,375 gil. So we'll stick around with Nidhana for a little while longer, as we take on our next level 80 main story quest entitled Shadowed Footsteps. Nidhana regards you with those eyes you could drown in. Well, at least according to Matsuya.
You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we've exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spiritweed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some, but with the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we Akasodara travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course.
Of course we can do that for you.
I mean your debts. Without further ado, let us head to Kadyaya's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of the Great Work.
Alright, let's go and follow. And so away we go. Yeah, so she's right out over this way. Oh, you think the lantern is cute there, Elizabeth? Well, it's certainly funny if nothing else. To see a sentient lantern. Then again, I am thinking also as well about the Disney version of A Christmas Carol and how the Ghost of Christmas Past is actually a sentient candle. Hey, Nidhana.
I may be simply imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed.
Well, if that's the case, I got your back.
Look out, Rika!
Yeah, we're under attack. Which means we know what we gotta do! Yeah, where do you think you're going? Well, that guy's helping me is what he's doing. Thank you, Good Samaritan. He was like, which way are you going? Turns out someone wanted to help out. Hey there, Nidana.
Cold, but that gave me a fright. To think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope?
Yep.
Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now. Just through these pillars and up the rise.
Alright, away we go. Let's climb up that hill. Yeah, I don't think Nidhana is his type. We reach the crest of the hill here. And shutting out pretty much in front of a shrine.
And here we are, Kadyaya's footsteps. Kadyaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting at once, if you would be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I hope you're at least level lady there, Nidhaya. Or Nidhana, rather. Yeah, I'm getting you and the name of this place mixed up. So yeah, here's where she's chilling out. So let's see if anything comes to attack. So later on, yeah, we could keeping a close eye on things. Apparently something's got my attention.
Yes, that would be Radzad Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
Well, at least we know where it is now.
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
Yeah, it can't be all that great. Yeah. What can you tell me of him, or do you trust him? Nah, I'm pretty sure that she trusts him, so tell me about him.
Well, he is the most important person in Radzad Khan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra.
What happened to the former? Because we know what you are.
When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether.
I see.
Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
And they were in over their heads, right?
It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution.
Does it always work out?
The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzad Khan to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
Well, let's hope you're right about that. And with any luck, we'll be able to visit the city sooner rather than later. Meanwhile, back over at the Great Work. Oh, there is some
delay
blue.
with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Yeah, they gotta talk amongst themselves about what's going on. Yeah, there is some blue on that crystal. Meanwhile, yeah, we're being watched.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets.
Yeah, we may be in trouble. Or maybe you're so confident that we won't pull it off.
I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something? Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Not easy to possess that body, is it there, Fane Daniel?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans.
You don't even know if they work or not.
And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Yeah. What will he do to stop us from achieving what we need to achieve? Hey there, Nidhana.
I have enough spiritry to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we?
Indeed we shall. So let's go ahead and teleport back there. Oh, it's not on this part of the list. Yeah, we're gonna have to go over here first. Also, I never attuned to Aetheryte number 1. I need to do that as well. Yeah, I was so fixated on the quest that I never attuned to Aetheryte number 1. Alright, let's get over to Nidhana.
Rika, my thanks for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude.
I believe I can do that. So we'll take our experience at 1,095 gil. And then, yeah, more side quests are popping up in and around everywhere. Back over in Yedlamad and over in the Great Works. So let's speak with Nidhana again to take on our next level 80 main story quest entitled A Boy's Errand. Little does Nidhana know that she's about to send you on another errand.
If you will excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman.
Alright.
You are both back. Excellent.
Yeah, hello there, Varshan.
I have a message for you, Mistress Nidhana. It would seem the stores of Giant Skull are running low.
Uh-oh.
But when last I looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Oriange told everyone about their tempering cure, and Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it for me to complain, but we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like.
Oh, no, not skipping cutscene, no.
As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large.
Which then begs the question, how did he get here in the first place?
Rika, loth though I am to press another task on your soul soon, might I ask you to fetch the Giant Skull? In case you're not familiar, Giant Skull is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has many applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it is found, aptly named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose upon you once more?
Alright.
Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Sehuna. He will furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby.
Okay.
May we borrow a pair of hamsa, Mistress Nidhana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the hamsa to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready.
And I will see you there. Alright. Let's do this. Oh, up we go. Up the ramps to get out of here. Yeah, let's head on off to the east and see what's gonna happen. Once again, we're gonna take another great fall because we're leaving through a way other than the tower through the tunnel itself. Yeah, here's Varshan right here.
Here are our Hamsarika. If the creatures look familiar, it is because they are close kin to your Eosian dodos. Hamsa have long been kept as livestock in Thavnir, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word.
Alright.
You are ready? Then let us depart. You need only ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for yours to follow.
So, yeah. Mount the Hamsel and trail to the outpost? Yeah, I believe we will. And so away we go.
Let us be off. If you hadn't ridden in dodos before, be warned that they have a wobbling gait.
Yeah, look at us bouncing on this thing. We're just trying to hang on here. Trying to keep the camera position on Rika as she's taking this wild ride. Look at her go. Alongside Varshan.
That spectacular formation stretching out over there is called Khadgar. This sword legend holds was wielded by the Manusia against the Milga before it was cast down at conflict's end.
And back to weird camera angles as we follow these two as they continue on their journey.
To the left and requiring no introduction is the tower. As you can see, it straddles a small isle.
Indeed it does. So we get a new location for free. We get a new location for free.
Almost there. Though the main part of the hatchery is atop the cliff, the outpost itself is on the beach.
You can't stop laughing. I don't blame you. Imagine something that was bigger riding one of these things. Imagine if a Rogadin or an male Orab was riding a Hamsa. I mean, Rika's doing everything she can just to hold on, and she isn't that big in comparison to a lot of the other people in this game. But we ultimately made it. So, glad we could help, sir. It was nice to meet you. We don't even get to say hello, you just do your thing.
And here we are. Manned by the Radiant Host, this outpost is our first line of defense against the tower.
Oh, hey there, Steve. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, let's have a look. Thankfully, we're just fine. Yeah, check out these guys. This is what the Radiant Host looks like. Led by Nabdeen. Well, well, who should it be but our young Varshan? On an errand for the Satrap?
I am. His Excellency bid we come to collect your reports. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication.
We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency as a god. Yeah, check out the armor these guys wear. That's pretty intense. And they're dragoons as well. Yeah, I wouldn't mind to have a spear looking like that in my collection. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle. No place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring.
Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I'm certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency.
Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering. But I still worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear?
I will, Nabdeen, thank you.
And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of her. Nope, not at all.
Permit me to introduce Rika Sasaki of the Eosian contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman.
From Eosia, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what's the situation like? Well, yeah, I can tell you all about it.
May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe.
Yeah, I can do that. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of us are understandably anxious. We'll be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Vashon the latest report and answer any questions he may have. Yeah, you got it. Well, it's because every expansion I keep changing who it is. Yeah, it was more... When I completed Realm Reborn, it seemed to make more sense to change from one character to another to take on the role of Warrior of Light, and so I just stuck with it. So, let's start by speaking with Moody.
Ah, I've heard about you, the visitor from Eosia. Is there anything you can tell us about the Tolofroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower, and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand.
Well, here's what's going on.
What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eosian and Far Eastern brothers.
I'm looking forward to it. We'll get to you in a moment there, Navdeen, but let's speak with Kutayu, who's closest to the tower. Yeah, not creepy at all.
You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Zot, as folk have taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Nuraner. You are safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You are a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland?
Well, we tried to do it one way and it didn't work out all that well.
Our struggles are not unique. Then our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready.
And finally, Navdeen, we come on over to you. It occurs to me I've yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats, such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we struggled to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What of the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? Oh, they certainly do. So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. Yeah. You're gonna have to tough it out, man. Be as radiant as your title suggests. Varshan.
Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub, both Razat-Han ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you best see to your original errand, as mine would keep me here a while longer, however. I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Were it not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamza, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again.
So yeah, it's time for riding the Hamza round 2. It wants to return home and reluctantly offers you its back. Should you become separated from your steed, speak with the Radiant Beast Keeper to mount it again. Mount the Hamza. This time we get to go on our own terms. We gotta make sure we're going to the right spot though. Yeah, ride with those legs dangling there, Rika. Well, I don't think it's... Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I know some other people have criticized it being a mandatory attribute once you hit that level 54. But I don't mind it. I think it helps that you're not held down by a timer anymore. And you don't have to worry about keeping your eyes on the clock. You can just do your rotations and jump when you need to. Yeah, that's right, Elizabeth. We're riding the Hamza again. And simply covering the distance to get there was enough to get me to level 82. That is a first for me. That has never happened before. No sooner do you arrive at your destination than the Hamza dashes off. Yeah, that is well and truly a first to get an experience level while covering ground in-game. Zenuha, it's nice to meet you, sir. Hi, this is indeed the Giant Skull Grounds, and I am Zenuha. Is there something you require? Actually, I do. Giant Skull for the Alchemist, you say? But of course, they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. So we'll take our experience and 1,135 gil. And then proceed to take on Zenuha's next main story quest at level 80 entitled Tipping the Scale. Zenuha has a sack of Giant Skull for you. Here you are, a sack of the purest Giant Skull. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. Thank you very much. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the Great Work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Alright, so we are warping back now to the Great Work. Alright, let's go reunite with Nidhana. Yeah, we have quite a lot of side quests opened up now. Let's get to Nidhana first.
Ah, welcome back, Rika. Dare I hope you have the Giant Skull?
Indeed we do.
Oh my, such fine specimens! Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can.
And so we will. So, later that day, yeah, Rika heads on out to tour the town, as it were. Yeah, let's have a look at some of the people with their boats, carrying crates of supplies and whatnot, and get ourselves a decent vantage points. And admire the crystal clear blue water.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Yeah, hey there, boys.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed.
Let's hope it does.
I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
Let's hope you're right.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
Yeah, poor mon frère.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
That's a lot to write on.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Yes, indeed.
And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts?
To this extent? Not even.
There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
Gross.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
Yeah. Expected Estenian to be like this?
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
I hope so too.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
You're not talking about me, are you? Yeah, Estenian just shrugs it off. Oh. Yeah. We were being watched. Yeah, where did he go?
What is it? What did you see?
Do you really want the answer to that question? I believe I saw the man himself.
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
Yeah, he'll probably fortify the defenses.
The vessel holds! This is the one!
Oh, who goes there?
At long last.
So yeah, let's head on back. They all seem happy.
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments. We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Let's hope you're right.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field.
Yeah, exactly.
It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place. To accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
You want to go there?
Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
Yeah, they're not happy about her sacrificing herself for that. Yeah, look at them all.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away.
Alright.
Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
I'll do what I can.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
And we're off. Alright, away we go. Northbound. Yeah, all of these side quests have opened up, and we'll be saving those for the next stream. Can I even go this way from where I am? I think I can. So up and over, and yeah, we now have the tower on the horizon. Now we gotta go and look at how ugly this thing is. Let's just hope that when it's all said and done, the test turns out to be a success. One can only wonder how many of those dragon scales they had to burn through in order to continue to get to where they are now. Yeah, for all we know, they probably burned through the whole basket. And no need to worry about dealing with the Valras. Yeah, here's the boat, and here's Nidhana along with members of the Radiant Host. Alright, Nidhana.
This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off!
Head to the Tower's Dot with Nidhana? Yes. And so here we go, we're putting it all on the line.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
I do have to ask though, Why isn't this a talisman you can wear? What if you drop that thing?
Any moment now.
Well, there's a test of what it looks like when it's active.
It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Okay. Yeah, we're pretty much coming up on shore right now. Yeah, we're pretty much gonna head right into the tower itself.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
Jeez, you really have no fear there, Miss Nidhana. Although, aren't I standing a little too far away? Maybe I need to give you some space? Yeah, she's really tempting fate here.
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be.
Well, that's great to hear. But what happens inside the tower?
Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
Well, let's hope you're right.
What?
But... yeah, the talisman may save you from the influence, but there was one thing you didn't count on. Getting dragged into the tower, kicking and screaming. Yeah, I had a feeling we were standing too far away. Yeah, what happened to her? Where did she go? Where is she? In this big, ugly, creepy tower. As we see all the Arkosadara who have already been claimed being mounted on the walls like trophies. And as it turns out, yeah, there's a spot for Nidhana with her name on it.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Curse you, Fandaniel.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Oh, not only can he, but he is. Nidhana, I am so sorry that we were too far away from you. And you end up fumbling the talisman as a result. And you get sucked in. And now she's having her Pink Floyd moment. She's just another brick in the wall. And as for Fandaniel,
heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased.
that's not your artistry.
My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
Yeah. Patrons of old? What are you talking about? Yeah, he just throws the talisman away because he doesn't need it.
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Fandaniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Fandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians, and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
And why is that?
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allagan ruin or two. Yes?
Or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8.
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
What's the old you? Well, we may no longer have Heidelin.
At your service.
But yeah, we're getting an echo to a reminiscence from the Crystal Tower.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
Shall we find out?
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence.
Clearly not. Yeah, so as you prattle
they were
on.
ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor.
Yeah, at the Etherochemical
just as
Research
I had
Facility of all
planned,
places.
He set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Hi there, Zonde.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war. And so I have come to claim you.
What are you doing here, Emmett? Also, first time we're actually seeing him with his Ascian mask on.
For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
It obviously wasn't pretty.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic. as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Well, that's how you see it. Yeah, we come out of Echo without actually ever seeing it. And when we come out, yeah, we're all alone with our thoughts. Yeah, where did he go?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell.
Ah, there you are.
As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals.
Ugh.
If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades.
Oh, great. They're still alive, but suffering like that?
We shall meet again. Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Yeah, let's guess who. Yeah, all we can do is just helplessly look at her. I mean, if you thought what happened to Teslim being turned into a Sin Eater looked disturbing, where does this rank? I mean, it even comes with the same music, too. Sir, I have bad news. Oh, you are returned, but where does Mistress Nidhana? You don't want to know. Monsieur preserve! Just when we had succeeded in making the talisman! And now you gotta go through the process all over again. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. Alright. Yes, unfortunately we don't want to, but we have to, under these circumstances. Yeah, Thancred, I have something to tell you. And it goes to everyone else, too. Hello there, Dragoon. Not even meeting a brother can bring me out of this sorrow. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? The worst possible scenario. So it was Daniel after all. Damn that bastard! I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nidhana and the other captives. And so we'll take our experience in 1,415 gil. Then we will proceed to speak with Thancred again, to take on our last of this part of the quest for this section of the main story at level 80, entitled The Satrap of Raz-Ad-Han. Thancred is wearing a grim expression. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nidhana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell this to you, but your friend's listening to Pink Floyd 24/7 now. Oh, Nidhana? Can you answer me this? Though Nidhana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? In a manner of speaking. Then we must make warding scales as many as we can. The prototype worked perfectly. This Nidhana proved a peril to herself. So let's make more scales, that she and all those who were taken might be saved. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we will win the fight. Yeah, keep going, guys. Also, hey there, Mr. Varshan. My friends, the satrap has been made aware of the tragedy.
He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. And for our Eorzean visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidhana noted your vital contribution to the talisman's creation. These facts came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet with you. Well, that's got to count for something. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Razatan for an audience with His Excellency? Alright, I believe we can do that. We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be to the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come through the gates east of the Giant Skull grounds, and I will show you into the city. And so away we go. We'll pick up more of the areas that have not been revealed by my map along the way as well. Yeah, it's quite a bit of distance to get to where we're going next. Yeah, who here thinks that it was more disturbing to see Teslin get turned into a Sin Eater, and who thinks it was more disturbing to see Nidhana get sucked into the wall and just get herself added to the number of Arcos Adana who are basically fueling Faye Daniel's ambitions? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised what any of you would say, but... Oh, hey there, Aether Current. I don't know, can I get here without being touched? Yep, I can. Go. And I should also try and check out that one section if I can. In fact, let's see if we can do that right now. Yeah, just to show that the people at Square Enix are not afraid to bring out these squeamish moments from time to time. Yeah, I should be able to reveal more of the map by going this way. Come on, give it to me. There we go. Now go to the east. It didn't exactly melt off of her, more like new skin was being put onto her. Yeah, her skin wasn't melting off, she was getting new skin put on. She was grafting, as it were. As we get ourselves closer to the edge of Razat-Han and see what this place is like. And it looks like there's already quite a crowd here as we arrive. Let's go ahead and speak with Varshan. All present, then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you're being granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times.
And so, in we go. Let's go on inside to Razat-Han.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rods at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye.
And what a creepy eye it
The orb
is.
which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
And as we look further in,
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
welcome to Razat Han, everyone. Whoa.
But
What happened
no
there?
such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
So what exactly are we going to find in here? I can get it off stream.
Here we are. Megaduta.
The Satrap's palace.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
And so, in we go. So upon our arrival,
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid.
nice to meet you, sir.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzat Han. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale.
Yeah, but it came at a great price.
Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Yeah, not everything went according to plan. Idhana was taken away.
A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
Oh, I appreciate the spread, thank you.
I think not.
What?
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Wait, what?
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
Actually, we kind of know who this is. He was mentioned before.
As you wish.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me.
Do we know you, though?
Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Yeah, there's the dragon they were talking about. Hello there.
I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Oh my.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgard Sorma's spawn. I was last to hatch.
So they picked on you all the time?
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Rads at Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively.
Why is that?
In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair.
So who did?
Next to arrive with the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured.
And then?
Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Rads at Han.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
a facade?
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
So why are you still doing it?
The great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end.
So out of self-preservation you've been doing this?
I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who joined me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Oh, he's missing his right. I was like, yeah, his left is there.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh.
Oh, wow.
The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razatan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
How creepy is that? That would explain the quote-unquote predecessor.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with wards fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian Warmblood.
Oh, so you know his pseudonym. Yeah, I'm just gonna stare at you.
From the very first, We sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
Well, he's been through a lot more than that.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz Adan.
Tear down the tower?
With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire.
Yeah.
Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Clearly.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me.
And what's that?
Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Padalthan and Cartanau, I am told.
Word gets around fast about your predecessor.
'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear.
Thanks to using my weapon as a reference point.
Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions, and should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Let's just hope they don't get dragged kicking and screaming like Nidana did.
I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
Make the most of it.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
Indeed. But before we can go... Oh, Estinian's already heading out.
Not lend thine aid.
I don't think he can.
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radz Adan, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I guess he is got no choice, really.
I am in thy debt.
Let's be on our way then. Yeah, we get to go into cutscene into Radz Adan, but we don't actually officially get to go and do all these stuff that one would normally go to in a primary hub city. So we gotta speak with Thancred. Don't worry, we'll get to come back here later. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but now we have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Sharlayan and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zalt. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetheryte here before departing, unless of course you enjoy violent nausea. No, I think we'll be just fine. So, what do you say we head on back? It's time to get on out of here. Alright. Just back to dressing casually again. Alright, away we go. Let's speak with Thancred to complete the quest. Just as I was getting used to being balmy Thavnir back in chilly Sharlayan. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let us take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Indeed we will. After we take our experience and get 2,608 gil. But we're gonna leave all of that for the next time. Because of course, now that a whole bunch of side quests have opened up in Thavnir, we gotta go and show off those before we contemplate heading off to the dungeon. Because, as you might expect, the Tower of Zot will be a dungeon that we have to go and take on. And so, we'll be focusing on the side quests in Thavnir, and I'll be joining you back here again tomorrow morning here on Twitch. I'll probably be on the air around 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. I'm going to try and get the first official Let's Play episode out on YouTube first. And then, once that's happened, you will be able to join me here again on Twitch because I'm going to be doing 3 streams tomorrow and 3 streams on Sunday. And we're going to see how much ground we can cover and how much of the story we can take a look at. So, I hope I'll see all of you again here tomorrow morning as we continue on with more of our Final Fantasy XIV foray. So, before you guys head off, I'm going to have you go raid. Alright, I want to see if he's actually got in this time. Because last night when I tried to... what the hell is going on? That was really weird. Was he able to get in tonight? I'll know after a 15-second commercial. Did he get in? Come on, give me an answer. Don't leave me in limbo. Okay, he did get in. Alright, so I will have you guys go and catch up with Felix. I tried to raid him last night, but unfortunately he couldn't get in, so he just played Sim instead. But tonight he's doing some casual gaming. So I'll have you guys go show your support. Go and raid his channel. I know he'd definitely appreciate it. And I will see you guys back here again tomorrow morning when we resume the Let's Play here on Twitch. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. And I'll see you again for tomorrow morning when we begin our first of 2 consecutive epic grinds. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.